G'day fellas, and welcome to an incredibly exciting video. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new announcement that just came out. That's right, Red Bull Wololol Legacy is coming, and we are going to be taking part, or at least some type of taking part. I'm not sure exactly whether it's going to be casting, whether it's going to be playing just yet, but we'll work it out because the biggest tournament in Age of Empires 4's history, as well as Age of Empires in total, is happening. And it's going to be happening very, very soon. We're going to be diving right into it. Let's take a look and see exactly what we've got in store for us. So, the iconic Global Age of Empires tournament is back. Read on to learn more about the Red Bull Wololol Legacy qualifying process and road to the final. So, there are three components to this. Number one is Age of Empires Definitive Edition. Number two, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. And number three is Age of Empires 4 No Definitive Edition, just Age of Empires 4, full stop. So, unfortunately, Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition missing out. So, I know my AoE 3 frogs are going to be a little bit upset with that. So, look, maybe next time you guys get caught up. I don't know exactly how to feel about it. A little bit heartbroken, but at the same time, I understand where they're coming from. I mean, I'm sure on one hand you could probably say like, oh, they're just going for bang for buck, but then by the same token, I mean, AoE 4's there. Hey, come on, we're allowed to laugh at ourselves. So let's talk a little bit about this. So Red Bull Wololol Legacy will feature 3 games spanning the entirety of Age of Empires' history, with Age of Empires 1 DE, 2 DE, and Age of Empires 4 all being represented at the tournament. You can also expect to see some familiar faces at the competition, with previous Red Bull Wololol winners featuring to prove themselves against each other and a wealth of newcomers. So there's beautiful Hera drinking out of Red Bull, and then we've got the Definitive Edition with Viper holding up his trophy right there. But we'll get down to Age of Empires 4 qualifications because that's what we're all about, baby. So Age of Empires 4 is the latest game in the long-running Age of Empires series, and Red Bull Wololol will be the perfect opportunity for fans to test their mettle against other players in the game. There are 10 places at Red Bull Wololol Legacy that are open to anyone to compete for through the Road to Red Bull Wololol Online Cup. That is correct, baby. You heard it here first. We're diving back in. Top 512? Maybe not this time. We'll see. Depends how many entrants there are going to be. So running every weekend from June to the end of September. The first 3 weekends of each month will see open knockout tournaments for players to prove themselves in, culminating in a monthly final for the top 10 players alongside 6 other qualified entrants. Only the top 2 players for each monthly final will receive an invite to Red Bull Wololol Legacy at Castle Heidelberg, while 2 additional players will qualify by accumulating weekly points. So say as an example, I don't win or come second in any of the events, but I do get a lot of points, then I'm through. There are more ways to secure slots, though. The community event Golden League winners and runners-up will receive an invite alongside N4C winners Beastie QT and runner-up Lee Nock. That is correct, the Lee Noctopus is back, baby. On top of that, the top 2 players in terms of weekly points from Road to Red Bull Wololol will also receive an invite if they didn't qualify in the monthly knockouts. And if you're still not managed to secure your place through one of those routes, an online last chance qualifier will help decide the final 2 spots for Red Bull Wololol Legacy. So here's a list of everybody who qualifies. So Beastie Cutie and Leenock, they're already in. And whoever wins Golden League and gets runner-up will also be in. So I don't know whether Beastie Cutie qualifies twice if he wins Golden League. We'll have to seek clarification there. The 2 players from the last chance online qualifiers, 2 top 2 Road to Red Bull Wololol players by points, and then the top 8 players from Road to Red Bull Wololol Open qualifiers also get through. So you might be wondering about the open qualifiers. Can you participate? Yes, you can. And I've got good news for you. You love Golden League, you love Genesis, you love all that stuff that EGC throws out. Well, good news. He's doing the qualifiers for Red Bull Wololol Legacy. That is correct. Elite Gaming Channel is going to be doing it. And how bloody exciting is that? Starting on the 4th of June through to the September 18th. That's correct. That is a lot of content. Think about how much content that is. That is absolute insanity. There's so much damn content. So there's going to be... Oh, we didn't even talk about prizes. I mean, you've probably seen it on the thumbnail already. 550,000, even though the thumbnail says 500. 550,000, so that's 50k to Age of Empires 1, 200k to Age of Empires 2, and 300k to Age of Empires 4. That's massive. That is so big. But in addition to that, there's also going to be $32,000 that is going on during the qualifiers. So 32,000 in addition to that. So technically 332,000 goes over to Age of Empires 4 here. And that's going to be happening all throughout you can see right there, June to September 18. So yes, of course, our tournament, the Outback Octagon, is still going to be going ahead. However, just remember, it is going to be a weekday tournament, whereas this is going to be a weekend tournament. So if you're one of the players, or if you're excited in seeing both of these, then just remember, they're not going to conflict. They're going to be running parallel, side by side, and not going to be having any trouble whatsoever there. But you can see through here, so EGC TV, they've already got it all explained. I'll leave a link down in the description to where you can see some more of this, but I guess it begs some big questions to be asked. If you've got an Age of Empires 2 tournament and an Age of Empires 4 tournament, then hold on a minute. What happens to those people that are good at both games? What happens to Viper? What happens to Hera? What happens to Leary, who even tried his luck at Age of Empires 4 in Golden League recently? You know, what happens there? So, the Viper, my understanding, now, I might be wrong here, but this is... I'm actually refilming this video because in the first video that I filmed for this, I said that Viper was going to be focusing on Age of Empires 2 and he wasn't going to be attempting an Age of Empires 4. This is specifically why I'm refilming this video now for you guys, because my understanding is that Viper, if he gets through into the qualification process through Golden League, because remember we talked about it a little bit earlier, the fact that there's 2 players from Golden League, the winner and the runner-up. So if he gets through on that basis, then he will look to contest both Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4. If he doesn't get through on that, my understanding is that he probably won't be trying to go through the qualification process in Age of Empires 4, and it makes sense when you think about it. Obviously, he is the reigning Red Bull Wololol champion, so in Age of Empires 2, obviously, so he's going to want to defend his title over there. But at the same time, like, the guy's an absolute machine, but is it really possible that he can be able to knock out, like, the best Age of Empires 2 players in the world while practicing? You guys heard the train. I got my window open. It's a beautiful day outside. That's probably why I'm looking a little bit more lit. You can see over here, I'm looking like Lewis Lit right now. That is because I got my window open, so natural light is coming in, and that was the train that you may have heard. Yeah, I mean, even though Viper is a god, is a god able to take on 2 gods at the same time? Probably. But it would be very tough. Like, could you imagine? And I think it's like that whole concept of like, you know, would you rather be the jack of all trades, the master of none, or would you rather be really good at something? And it's like, he can come into the event and be like, I am going to focus on Age of Empires 2, and he can win that and guarantee himself, you know, a lot of success there and look to defend that title. Or he can come in and say, I'm going to focus on Age of Empires 4 and ignore Age of Empires 2, but then he's kind of like doing a disservice to it. Well, not disservice. At the end of the day, it's it's the way that he wants to play it, but he would be then ignoring Age of Empires 2, and there's a lot of fans in that community that really want to see Viper play, and I guess in Age of Empires 4 as well, there's not to say that that there's skill differences between the two, but obviously Age of Empires 4, the community, it seems like there seems to be more competition coming from, you know, the StarCraft 2 guys, the Warcraft 3 guys, that sort of thing. So it feels like there's a bit more pressure on it that way as well. But, I mean, when it comes to prize pool, like, obviously if you spread yourself too thin, then you're in a bit of a difficult spot because you might not win either. Whereas if you focus on one, then you win one. So anyway, that's it. But then obviously you've got Hera as well. Hera, an incredibly good Age of Empires 2 player. He was one of the best Age of Empires 4 players, and then he left the scene. But there's always going to be there's always going to be people ready and willing to welcome him back in the event that he does wish to sign up for Age of Empires 4. It would be incredible to see somebody. Can you just imagine the same person playing in 2 grand finals? That would be something mind-blowing about a person that would be that dominant. I mean, if there's anybody that can do it, it would be those 2 guys, right? Like, they're just absolutely brilliant. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to casting it. I'm looking forward to participating in the qualifiers. I'm looking forward to getting knocked out in the first round. I want to know what you guys think, though. Are you gonna be participating? Are you gonna be watching it? Are you gonna be looking forward to it? Who are you gonna be rooting for? You know, there's also been a lot of chat about the prize pool, $300,000. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. You can buy a lot of houses with that in a lot of countries, actually. In Australia, not really. Like, you might be able to get away with, like, a 1-bedroom apartment about, like, 45 square meters, if you're lucky. That's about it in Australia. But obviously, that doesn't all go to one person. You know, it's going to be split up. And Beastie Cutie definitely going to have his eye on it. Lee Knock as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. But other than that, I guess it's time for us to call it here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.